You are live.
I don't know about that.
I didn't say you were alive. I said you're live.
All right, get busy sprinkling.
Oh. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I already went tinkle.
Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
That.
What am I on there?
What?
Here we are. Sprinkle.
Why is that making all that noise?
That's what it does when I...
It's called silent.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. If you're here, say hi, so I know who's here.
Hi.
We have been together way too long.
I think I'm done.
Oh my. Alright, guys.
No. Shoot.
Leave him alone. Until he gets over here under my feet and I send him flying.
Hi, Linda.
Hi, Linda. He's looking at you like, why are you in that chair?
I know.
She's in my chair. So tonight, as promised, I will be making a wreath and Jeanette gets to moderate. Which is cool for me because I never get a moderator because when I go live, she's normally at work. Yeah.
Hi, Teresa.
Then you had to come bail me out.
Cat this one.
Hi, Teresa. Hi, Mary.
Hi, Mary.
I'll let you say hi to everybody.
Yep.
So, we're going to do a flower wreath on a, chins up, on a large Unique and a Creek board. A lot of zip ties in there. We'll explain what the extra zip ties are for later. And we're just going to be doing a Halloween themes. So, of course, we're going to be using...
Hi, Sharon. Welcome.
Black poly burlap. Purple poly burlap.
Hi, Lori.
And white poly burlap. And then we've got, as Jeanette says, we've got some goodies to put in this one. So, the last time I made a flower wreath, we did something new and we put ribbon in it. So tonight, we're going to continue that theme with the Halloween colored 2.5-inch ribbon. All glittery orange.
Hi, Sin.
Hi, Sin. Long time no see. And we have a sign that I'm finally ready to reveal. It's all dirty.
He wouldn't even let me post what he was using tonight.
Oh, hi, Linda.
Hello, Linda.
So this is a new sign. I doubt very seriously if it is in our shop yet. It will be eventually.
No.
So for a unique Halloween theme wreath, I decided to go...
I get that, Sin. Work, work, work.
I decided to go voodoo doll. So our cute little sign here has a picture of a voodoo doll with some pins in it, and it says, "Thinking of you." Not you personally, but you know what. And
I don't know, guys. If you get an ache and a pain in the middle of the night.
That would be Jeanette, not you guys.
Hey, rude.
So I had been thinking about doing a voodoo doll wreath anyway, and I was looking at some different clip art, couldn't really find anything I wanted.
Thank you, Mary.
And then we were in Michael's a couple weeks ago.
Thanks,
A
Teresa.
couple weeks ago. And I come across my inspiration. Wandering the aisles, we found voodoo dolls.
No, he found them.
I found a lot of other stuff too, but I grabbed a bunch of the voodoo dolls, and we're going to put a bunch of them in this wreath along with the sign. And I gave Jeanette had the day off, so I gave her a little project. We have orange stick pins to put in these.
Hi, Miss
later.
Connie McCormick.
Hi, Connie. All right, so
We traded spots for tonight, Connie.
we did. It's my turn.
He hasn't gone live for a while.
I haven't. So, real quick, before we start on the wreath, I did want to talk about everything going on down south with Hurricane Ida going through. So if you have friends and family down there, our thoughts and prayers are with them. And what I wanted to share, well, I guess we'll just call it more of a shout out to, what's Jen's last name?
Oh, you asked me too quick.
Jen from Candy's crew is trying to put together supplies to fill a 40-foot trailer. Jeanette's going to, at some point, put some links on the screen.
I'm not used to this, guys.
If you would care to donate something to that. And also, Damon from Deco Exchange, of course he lives in Louisiana, they are raising funds to help give back to their community. I seen he posted on Facebook today that they fed a bunch of the line workers that are down there repairing the power lines. So shout out to Jen and really all of Candy's crew, because Candy and Megan and them are all helping out with this, and Damon and his team at Deco Exchange for all they're doing to raise funds to help that situation
So
down.
there's the link for Jen from Candy's crew. Let's see if I can get...
Yes. Jen donated a 40-foot container that she is... I don't know quite how she donated, if she owned it or... I don't know. But she's in the process of taking donations and taking supplies if you're in Georgia close to her, to fill this container. They are taking monetary donations if you can help out with that.
And there's the PayPal for Damon's group.
And then they're going shopping, I think she said Friday, to buy the stuff with the money that's being donated. So if you care to, there's a couple of opportunities to help out down there. Or the American Red Cross is also another good one. They're always there in situations like that. And with that, we're going to get started.
Don't forget to sprinkle the glitter, fly the kite,
She's so funny.
spread the love, float the boat. Okay.
Are you done now?
I think so.
So we're not going to do anything fancy with the pedals, just the standard.
Isn't it called a Dean Michael?
Oh no,
No.
we're not getting that fancy.
Oh, okay. The flower petal is what I call it.
Yes. I'm sure there's a technical
Oh, am I
name.
supposed to switch? You didn't tell me.
You're right, I didn't. My bad.
Am I supposed to switch?
Yes.
Okay. There you go. There's a better view, guys. I don't know. Maybe we should have traded out the board, though, because it's black.
Well, you know. So what we're going to do on the outside row is we're going to do... Now, I left my mesh, I cut it last night and left it flat with something heavy on it all day, and it's still wanting to curl. I suspect the humidity in my craft room probably had something to do with that, but we're going to go with it. So what we're going to do on the outside ring, for those of you that use Unique and Creek boards, this would be, what'd I do, cover them up? This is row 1. No.
Are you on the
Row
out
2.
ones or
No,
outside?
not the outside. Not the outside ones. This is backwards.
Hi, Lori.
What do you mean, Jerry?
Give us a full view of the car. So, Jerry, we use 2 cameras. One's a full frontal, and then one's over to the side. So everybody can see what he's doing. Hey, Ricky. Aw, thank you. I know I heard something hit the floor today, and I'm like, what? Hi, Maureen.
What hit the floor?
I heard a box, but it was the polymailers.
Ah.
Thank you, Teresa. Hi, Monica. You like those voodoo dolls?
Oh, I love those voodoo dolls. I seen them. I had to have them.
He likes watches scary movies.
I'm a big Halloween and miscellaneous scary stuff.
He likes the
the really stupid, somewhat scary movies from the 80s. Those are my favorite.
Oh no, the stupid ones are the one that you watch off of Shudder.
Well, yeah.
We're talking low budget, stupid. Oh my God! Here comes the guy who's gonna kill me.
You're just jealous.
I am not jealous. Oh, Ricky says he loves horror movies.
See. So we're just.
So you know that thing that the clip. Drink hot chocolate, wear my jammies, and watch Christmas movies. You know, Floyd's in apple cider and shorts and t-shirt watching horror movies.
Absolutely. Those are my favorite kind of movies. The gorier, the better.
You watch YouTube on your phone, right?
Yes. See, even Tracy agrees.
Oh, they're dumb. I walk in there and I'm like, really?
She doesn't like scary movies in general.
I like suspenseful. I don't like gory guts and whatever.
You're no fun.
Sorry. I can't chat on YouTube?
Sure you can.
How do I do that?
Well, I'm kind of busy at the moment.
Sorry. It was a rhetorical question.
Hi, Kay.
Hello, Kay. From Connecticut. Are you supposed to get storms today? Because Katie in New York said she was supposed to.
That sounded like thunder right there.
Oh, that sounded like an airplane. I can't even spell right. At least there's only a couple people over there.
Oh my.
Oh dear Lord. I need more practice moderating.
I love my wife.
Aunt Mo's in the house.
Okay, so what's the Aunt Mo thing?
She is Janine. I always forget how to say her name. Jean. She's Jean Curcio Lisco. I always forget how to say her last name too.
Yeah, I struggle with her last name.
She's her aunt.
Oh.
She's really her aunt. But we all call her Aunt Mo because me and Aunt Mo were watching her live the other night when she wasn't supposed to be live.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about that. She was live and she didn't know it.
At least she didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, that could be sketchy right there. I'm not gonna lie.
So I ended up messaging Celeste in the house, and Celeste was trying to yell at her, and she's like, I got it. She's like, you're live. Oh.
Well, you know.
It was funny.
It was. I laughed when I heard the story. I can't imagine how hard I'd have been laughing as I've been watching it. But you know, when we go live, sometimes things happen. If you watch our replays and pay really close attention to the beginning of the lives, Jeanette will be off doing something, talking about stupid stuff. I know, he records me before
I think we're live.
Well, I just hit the live button, then it kicks in whenever it kicks in.
He is using, it's called a Unique in the Creek board. A lot of people call it a UITC board. And Lori from Canada, I forget her last name, she is the creator of the Unique in the Creek boards. And they come in different shapes. They come, there's a smaller one, there's a wing board, there's a triangle. So, no, Linda, it does not come with zip ties. Now, if you wanted it to come with zip ties, I know there are people on Etsy that do sell them. What we call...
Really?
Yes, I found it today.
Oh, I know what I'm buying.
Hi, Dawn. Thank you for coming.
Because there are a lot of zip ties in these. It takes a minute.
Oh, wow, Laura, you were schools were closed. I know one of my girls in my private group showed a picture of her backyard. Her pool is surrounded by a lake.
That's never a good time. Hi, Dawn. It's not hard to put the zip ties in.
They're just a little time consuming.
It takes a few minutes because there are so many. The way I do my flower wreaths, there are 32 petals, and then the one I'm doing tonight is also going to have ribbon tails in it. So there's an additional 8 zip ties. So now you're up to 40.
My needle nose are over in the caddy there if you want those.
Needle nose for what?
A lot of us use them to pull the zip ties.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
We have a zip tie gun.
Aw, that's cute, Marie.
And it's okay. The problem that I ran into with it is on certain petal types, it cranks the zip tie down too hard, and it alters the shape of the petal.
Linda, when most generally when you do a flower wreath, everything is cut at 10 inches. Now there is some types of flowers that you do that you might cut it at 11 or 9, but that's usually when you use the felt ones.
If you're using poly burlap is actually 10 inches wide, so you want to cut it. We'll use a purple one because the.
I'm gonna order some, Dawn. I ordered from the Wreath shop here the last week, and they were out of theirs by the time I got my cart paid for. But I'm gonna get a couple of the triangle boards.
So when you're cutting poly burlap is actually 10 inches wide, so you need to cut it 10 inches long because you want a square.
You're welcome, Linda.
Now, if you're using fabric mesh is 10.5 inches wide. So you need to cut it at 10.5 inches, so you still have the square to start your petal with.
So you want to pay attention to what width your material is, whether it be fabric. You can even use deco mesh, but
it frays really bad.
It frays really bad, and it's got a different kind of look.
And the first time I used fabric mesh, I did not realize that it was 10.5 inches wide and not 10. So I didn't have perfect squares, and the petals looked kind of sketchy.
You're putting your petals up, where a lot of people put theirs down.
That's just, I like that look better. That's the only reason I do it that way.
So Floyd's putting his petals like curling up, where a lot of people put them curling down. He prefers it this way.
It's just, to me, this is what I like to do. I think more traditionally, most of the flower wreaths have the petals going down the other way. Mm-hmm. I just like it this way better. That's
Linda, a lot of the craft supplies for wreath makers sell the fabric mesh. It is a little bit more costly than the regular deco mesh, but like Craft Outlet, the Wreath Shop, Trendy Tree, Deco Exchange, all those places sell fabric mesh. Just search for it and you'll see it.
Now, me personally, I don't like the fabric mesh for this.
Now, I love it in regular wreaths.
In a regular wreath, yes. In this, it's okay. I just prefer the poly burlap. There again, personal preference. These petals give me fits.
And the fabric mesh is a little bit softer than regular deco mesh.
It is. It's a lot softer.
And it doesn't fray quite as bad.
And when I cut my poly burlap, I do use a wood burner. Jeanette has an impulse sealer, and I tried it. It makes a big mess. But when I did it, everything stuck together, so I just went back to my wood burner. Which the fumes are absolutely horrible.
Yes.
A lot of people recommend a mask. I have a mask. I don't wear it when I'm cutting mesh in my room. I don't wear a mask because I have an external vent that I installed because that's the room I also do the sublimation in.
And it stinks.
Oh, the fumes from that are horrible. horrible. I was going to say something.
So I tried to put I love the smell of Gain laundry soap. So, you know, they have all the air fresheners. So I tried to put a Gain air freshener plug-in in his room. And the mix of the Gain and the sublimation smell, oh my gosh, was twice as bad as...
It was worse than the sublimation smell. Alright, so there's that. Now that we're done with the outside row, I will take the snips and go around and cut all the zip ties off.
You don't use a gun no more?
Apparently Jeanette wasn't listening when I was talking about the fact that we have a zip tie gun.
I was.
But I don't use it because a lot of times it pulls the zip ties too tight and it will deform the shape of the pedal.
Y'all know what the difference between hearing and listening is, right?
Huh?
Uh-huh. Me a pumpkin to do the like you do a fabric ball where you cut it and stuff it. It's a little harder to cut than my little balls.
Yeah, they are.
Of course, I bought a big one.
Go big or go home.
I went to Fabric Outlet or Fabric Outlet. Joanne Fabric.
Oh, please, need a drink.
Today to look for something. I was looking for orange balls.
You'll see why. You'll see why later.
You know what, Dawn? It was here in the mid-70s too. It was a really pretty day. Too bad I had to work inside.
Yeah, right.
But they had these turquoise, huge pumpkins. We're talking like over 1.5 feet tall, and they're carvable. And I ran over to the bin, and then I saw they were $50, and I'm like, no, they can keep them.
$50?
$50.
Yeah, I don't think so. So we're done with our outside row. So now we're going to move to... I keep losing where the numbers are. Row number 3. And we...
permanent marker?
No. So we went with alternating purple and black on the outside row. On this next row, we're going to do just straight black. And you know how when you're looking at mesh and you're buying mesh, and sometimes they got these fancy names for the colors. These are literally black, purple, and white.
Well, then that's good, easy to remember. And if you've never bought poly burlap, it is a little more expensive than the regular stuff too. It's a lot thicker plastic.
It cuts really nice with a wood burner.
Yes. Because if you don't cut it with a wood burner or try an impulse sealer, it will fray really bad.
Hi, Kim.
Hi, Kim. How are you? 2 more weeks, Kim. They sit the whole time.
It's a struggle. It really is.
Oh, my back's killing me.
Okay, so we're just going to continue around this ring with the all black, and then the next ring is where the fun begins because we're going to start adding ribbon tails as well.
Connie, are you still on here? Do you ever put ribbon in yours?
Where do you think I got the idea from?
Oh, the ribbon? I didn't know. I'd never seen her do one.
Yep.
He does, Ricky. He is the official flower wreath maker of our group. I know, Kim. I'm so excited. Number 1, I'm excited not to have to go to work. And number 2, I'm going to go see my mom on the way there. And number 3, I get to meet all my clubbies.
And everybody else.
Well, and everybody else.
That's not a clubby.
Floyd's a clubby hubby.
I am.
Yeah,
yes.
Well, he'll do other stuff. He likes to do the pixie wreaths. Well, that's when I used to pick out what he would do for the lives when I was at work. I usually picked out a pixie wreath, but he picks out his own stuff now.
I do.
Kim, my mom lives in Illinois.
I do deco mesh wreaths. What I do not do is poops.
We're leaving the Tuesday
morning.
So I think it's the 14th. It's about 7 hours to my mom's. We'll stay all night with her. Then it's about 2.5 hours to the hotel where Crafters Convention is. So at least we won't be really, really tired when we get to mom's.
And we'll be fully energized and ready to party when we get to Crafters Convention.
Yeah, right.
Well, I can't speak for you, but I will be.
Go right
I'll
ahead.
be ready to go.
I mean, he'll be ready to gimp because we both get out of the car.
No, don't even jinx me. So the last time we went on vacation,
I know, woohoo!
we drove all the way to Ocean Isle, North Carolina.
Well, we stopped halfway for a round.
We stopped halfway to spend the night at a hotel at the halfway point and met up with our housemates there. And somewhere between Ohio, or no, we stopped in Virginia. My sciatica decided to flare up, so
Hi, Stacy. It's
I
okay, honey.
suffered the whole.
He did.
I couldn't walk to the beach. Well, I did, but I'm not gonna lie, it was rough.
camping.
It was rough. Got burnt to a crisp.
So did I.
I think everybody did.
Ooh.
What are you doing with that?
I'm just looking at my stuff.
She's supposed to be moderating, and she's over there
I
playing with goodies.
I'm reading. Shut up. Thank you, Dawn. Everybody sprinkle the love, because Lord knows Floyd needs it.
And even if you do use a wood burner, it's still going to fray.
That would be Floyd. He usually does the driving. Once in a while, I'll drive for a couple hours, but he normally does it. When we drove to Wisconsin, I think he drove there and all the way back.
I did.
That was 9 hours.
Yep.
It was, Kim. It was horrible. We had this gorgeous 4-bedroom house. We were sharing with 2 other couples. And we were downstairs, right off the living area, so didn't have to go up and down the steps. But boy, he just...
Thank goodness we were only like 3 blocks away from the beach.
I don't even know if it was that far.
Well, we were actually only about a block from the beach, but you had to go.
The access.
You can't just cut through people's yards and stuff, so we had to go down the street to the beach access.
Hi, Elfrida. Welcome. And we haven't been on vacation since, because all we do is work. Or I'm having surgery or something. I don't know.
Oh.
I will beat you like a red-headed stepchild.
But it was the Clippers.
Oh. Oops.
Oh, you took the Clippers. That's why I reached for the scissors.
Those are my Ginger scissors.
Scissors are scissors.
All
right, so now we are all done with the second row.
And Kim, if I hurt, I'll just take more pain drugs.
And then this next row coming up is the fun row, because we're going to be adding the ribbon tails and we're going to be adding the voodoo dolls. Confession, I still haven't figured out exactly how I'm attaching said voodoo dolls. But we'll get there.
You know, because we fly by the seat of our pants.
Oh, do we? So we're going to start off with a ribbon tail. And these are cut to 16 inches.
Who's ready for Christmas stuff already? I've only making one thing, and that was for the Clubby Marathon. I've been holding out forever.
So there's our first ribbon tail. And now we're going to go pro tip number 1. If you're going to do a flower wreath, make sure you have a large enough surface because they take up a lot of room.
Hi, Lisa. Hump day. Well, it's not my hump day because I work all weekend. You haven't even bought all your fall yet? That's the one thing about this time of the year for wreath makers. You're really doing 3 seasons all at once. You know, Halloween, fall, Christmas.
All right, now
you're not ready, Don?
I do not want to tighten that up yet because let me go get the voodoo dolls.
Oh, so you're gonna put the stick in there?
Oh, I got to figure out where we're at on the board.
I really hung on to Halloween this year because I really like the candy corn theme.
So it's a good thing I double checked that because yes, we want a voodoo doll there.
Or you know, you can always cut the tie if you make a mistake.
That is the benefit to using
Oh, I didn't cut the tags on
a unique and a creek board. Is flip it over and snip, 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 and you're done.
Look what's in there. I knew they were here somewhere.
Jeanette is so funny. She has so much stuff. She has no idea what she has.
No, I know what I have. I just don't know where it's at.
Alright, we're going to hold this up again and make sure and double check where I want to be with this. Alright, we're good. Okay, so now we have our little voodoo dude in there. So now we're going to go with another ribbon tail. I think I'm just going to go ahead and use all 4 voodoo dolls.
I would.
I thought about doing, the whole rule of 3 thing. But as my wife will attest, I don't follow the rules.
Nope.
Pretty much anything. Right, baby?
Yeah. You can't get into making them? Floyd likes to make them. It's his thing. I know, right, Kim? Especially when you change out seasons and you might have packed up something that you really didn't need to pack up. Because we keep our extra stuff in our storage unit. That's a little long for over there.
Alright, there's ribbon tail number 2. Something's not going exactly as planned here.
My island is made from little cubby
I know what
things.
I did wrong.
So I have all these little cubbies down there.
So what I was trying to do was go ribbon, petal, ribbon, petal. I forgot, that's not how you do that. You put the 2 ribbons in and then put the petal in on top of it. That's why that one looks so funky.
Thank you, Lisa. Yes, we are a couple. We are a business.
We are partners, both in life and the business.
You would quit, Kim. And I get it. Some husbands, it's just not their thing. And I need to don't stick a needle in the butt of it. Oh, Ricky's gonna butt it. But when I first started making them, we had no idea that we would turn it into a business. It was just a hobby, and it very quickly turned into a business.
Yes, it did.
And we've had our ups and downs as far as, do we want to continue to do this? But
here we are.
Here we are.
Still at it. You're not right, Ricky. I'll just say it.
You ain't right. What are you talking about? I took this out now.
Huh?
Michael sells them. You can probably make them with craft or felt too. That's all they are.
Oh, the voodoo dolls?
Yeah.
I don't remember what we paid for them, but I promise you, it was too much because.
Well, look at the tag. It was.
I tightened that zip tie down without.
Guess we're gonna put it.
Come help me.
No, I wasn't allowed to interfere. That one, the little one?
Yep. Because I got to hold the...
Okay. There you go.
Oh, there's the ties.
Good for a pixie.
Momentary interruption. I typed the zip tie down without putting the next voodoo doll in it. And,
Alfreda says, make up your own rules. It's all hood.
Pretty much. But that's the great thing about...
Hi, Joan.
Pretty much any kind of crafting. You just do your own thing.
You know what, Dawn? I won't lie. There has been a few times that... It's all good, not hood. I just get so aggravated at all the bits and pieces and parts of the business. And it's like, I just want to make a wreath, you know? But that's what comes with the territory when you want to turn something like this into a business, is that you do have the business side of it. And it's not always so easy. You know, we do work full-time jobs outside of doing this. So, needless to say, all of my waking hours, I work. You know, I go do dishes. Floyd does the laundry.
I mean, we still have, we both work full-time jobs. We still have a household to run.
Thank goodness we ain't got no kids. Or
well,
little kids.
Little kids.
Yeah. Kids at home.
Whoa. You see that? The voodoo dolls almost got away from me. Yeah, I like that.
Have you guys seen the mesh that's got the ribbon in it?
I don't know what she's talking about, so. Oh, it is, Dawn. It's crazy. What are you doing back there?
I'm sharing.
I don't share goodies in your live.
Oh, well. So here's Christmas, fall, and then the black and white buffalo check. It's got ribbon in the middle of the mesh. Kind of cool.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I don't know. I saw a couple other crafters do it. Yeah, Kim, that's kind of what I started, but now I have so many wreaths I need to sell them or give them away. It does get exhausting, though, and sometimes it does.
Fun fact, Lori from Unique in the Creek, that designed and makes these Unique in the Creek boards, she does not sell any of the wreaths that she makes during her lives. She drives around, normally has somebody with her to help. She drives around and just drops them off on people's porches.
Dawn, I got that at thewreathshop.com. I know, I'm going to use some of it next week. It'll be on, well, I don't know which live it'll be on. It'll be either the public page or the private one. Stacy's in the private group.
So you'll notice that I did not put a voodoo doll there. I have 4 that I'm going to put in there. But the top of the board where the holes for the hanger is actually up on this end. So I will have to come around. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put a cable mount on my sign.
Slacker.
Yeah, you know. It is what it is. So what we do to put cable mounts on the back of our metal signs is just a little dab of DAP Rapid Fuse with the blue lid. I've read some people completely pull the sticky foam
and everything
off the back of their cable mounts. We do not.
I have not had any problems with them.
Nope, since we switched over to DAP, we have not had any problems. So normally when Jeanette puts cable mounts on a sign, she uses 4. But since this is going in the center, you really only need 1. And that is only a 6-inch sign. So Find something heavy to sit on that because. All right, now back to the mesh. So, like I was talking, my wife is such a goofball.
I married you.
Case in point. So, as I was discussing earlier, if you want to put ribbon tails in this, when you're putting it in with the mesh, your best bet is to skip where the mesh goes and then put the ribbon in and then put the mesh on top of it. I guess you could do it the other way around if you wanted the ribbon on top of the mesh.
Where do you live at, Lisa?
That's kind of personal, don't you think?
Well, shut up. Rude. Yes, we are like this in real life, too.
Really?
Yeah. I have not had a problem with them.
Oh, maybe we should drive down to the storage unit and make sure.
Well, no, I checked last time I was down there.
Oh.
So, my Wreaths hang in a storage unit. They're hanging off of chains, covered in plastic, like a clear plastic bag. Oh, that's right. She lives here in Ohio.
I thought she was the one who lived here in Ohio.
Did you, Lori? I'm going to... Haven't made up my mind. I think I bought 2 of that one. Because sometimes I just like to use one mesh, but I use really long cuts of it, so you got to use more than one roll.
So the first time I did this, I cut the ribbon tails at 14 inches. And they weren't long enough. They didn't peek out from behind the flower petals. So I cut these at 16 inches. And I think I should have went another 2 inches, to be honest with you.
18?
Well, look how they're not sticking out from behind the petals. You can barely see them.
No, Monica, we have in the round, and we're in the right in the past few days we've been transitioning the Etsy and the website over from the different sizes. We are no longer going to do wood signs with the price of wood and all the labor costs that go into making them. But the round ones will come in 6, 8, 10, and 11 3/4 for the round.
Why they didn't just make it a 12?
I know, really,
we don't
like
know.
A quarter more of an inch. The square will come in 6x6, 8x8, 10x10. I'm not doing a 12x12. That's just huge.
They're huge.
And then we also do 6x12, 8x12, and it's a 7x12 oval. And license plates.
And we have a few.
And 5x7.
When I say few, I mean 2 5x7.
Yeah. The 5x7s, it's not something like an 8x8. I can turn it into a 10x10 without redoing the clip art. If I sell a 5x7, it's made for a 5x7 sign. Just like it is with the 6x12 and the 8x12. Those are very design specific for that size. But all the other ones, all the rounds can be different sizes and all the squares can be different sizes, which is nice. The only thing I hate about the 6x6 is we cannot get... No, they're not rounded, right? They're a square corner. The 6x6?
No, they're rounded corners. It's the 10 inch.
Oh, the 10x10 do not come in rounded corners. Why? I don't know. They're actually considered a photo panel because you can put pictures on these signs. Or just use them as a picture instead of being, having frames or something like that. I had a lady from work... one of the other managers was walking around in the craft department. I'm like, what you looking for? And she's like, something to put in the middle. She's got like one of those, the little square, 8x8 square signs that you order, the canvases. She had a whole grid wall. She goes, I want something in the middle. So I showed her what I do, and she's like, oh my gosh, you can make that? And I'm like, yeah, just tell me what you want. So she asked for 2, and I made them, and she's like, oh my gosh, they're so gorgeous. And it was a really simple sign.
All right.
We do custom signs. Well, I do. I design them. He presses them, but he designs a few. So if there is a sign on the website that you want in a different size, but we haven't got to it yet, just send us a message and we'll go ahead and update that listing right away so you can purchase what you want. It's just going to take us a little while to get it.
We have a lot of signs.
Yeah. There's like 400 signs. And we have an Etsy and we have a Shopify.
Okay, we are down to our last two.
Are the voodoo dolls not going to slide?
No.
Okay. See if we can tack them with some glue if you want.
Oh no, we're good. So I got one more ribbon to put in, and then 2 more petals and 2 more voodoo dolls. And hopefully the sign will be cured enough by then. Guess we'll find out, won't we?
There's my other tip berries. Shut up, Floyd.
Shh, be quiet. I'm trying to do a live here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we don't need to hear you talking to yourself.
Maybe I was talking to you.
I don't get as excited about pit berries as you do.
I didn't know where I put them. You're welcome, Monica.
I'm telling you, my wife needs an intervention.
No, I don't.
She has so much stuff, she doesn't even know what she has.
Put it this way, guys. I wouldn't have to buy anything for Christmas, and I'd still have enough stuff to make through Christmas. Maybe not all what I wanted, but I really didn't have to buy much fall this year either.
No, you didn't.
But I did. Are you going to hang this one in your sign shop? Or are you going to sell it?
It's for sale.
Oh, he says sell everything.
Sell it all. It's my motto.
Oh, you didn't know he made Wreaths, Ricky? He does.
Oh, just for that, next time I'm going to have to do a deco mesh.
He doesn't do poofs.
I don't do poofs.
And he only does funky bows.
I can do other
Hi,
kinds.
Tracy. I've seen outside your classroom. It's so cute.
It is. It's very
the rules
adorable.
of the hive.
Alright, last petal. This is where it gets fun. Almost did it again. Almost.
And if anybody has children or grandchildren and you're thinking about Christmas presents, we started making our grandchildren door signs for their doors with their favorite colors or a theme, minus any copywriting issues, but
Alright. And we are basically together. Alright, now I gotta go back through and clip all the zip ties.
now I personally like the flower petals the other way, but that's okay. No problem, Ross. Thanks for coming by.
Now, the other petal type that I do, I flip those the right way.
Or the other way, not the right way.
Well, if you follow anybody else that makes floweries, I am doing mine completely backwards and upside down. Because the petals should not be turned up.
And that would surprise us? Yeah? No.
I'm not feeling the love.
Oh, I love you. You just do everything backwards.
That is not true.
Okay, you do most things backwards.
That is not true either. See what I have to put up with.
All right, you do the opposite of what I tell you to just because you can.
Well, that's different. Alright, so all of the zip ties are trimmed. I think that sign's cured enough to put in there yet?
Yeah, I would cut the ribbon at 18 for that. I'm never around when you make them because I'm usually at work when you do
Well, I went up 2 inches this time, and it's still...
Yeah, I would do like at least 17.
I don't know. Next time we'll have to do them longer. All right, now we're going to add our sign. So
Hey, Megan!
that was loud.
We are loud. Wait till you meet Megan in person. I can just imagine. Hi,
But
Bianca!
neither one of us are morning people, so it's all going to work out really well.
Huh?
She's not a morning person, neither am I.
Who?
Megan.
Oh, that's right. Hi,
All right.
Stacy. How are you doing?
So now we attach our little pipe cleaners to the sign, and you'll see that there are 2 holes right smack dab in the middle for the pipe cleaners.
So if you're doing something that maybe has a smaller center in the middle, you would want to go ahead and do another row of petals. Yeah, we saw that, Megan, on your video. We're doing pretty good, Stacy.
That's straight. Here, since you're here, hold that.
I thought you were going to do the voodoo dolls all the way around.
I only have 4.
Oh, never mind. I
Okay.
like Space Marine.
Now to show you how I do the sign, we're going to smoosh the front.
Swoosh.
So once you get your pipe cleaners down through, you twist them around, and then you trim them.
Isn't it cute, Ricky?
And then what you do to tidy up the back of your wreath is you take the pipe cleaners and feed them right back down the hole.
I know how that is, Lori. Now, I can say that all my supplies are up here. The only supplies I keep downstairs are stuff to my kits that I sell, so it doesn't get mixed up.
Everything is neat, tidy, clean.
Roz says, very cute.
And then when you flip it over, you got to get that voodoo doll up on top there. No voodoo dolls under the mesh. Well, maybe. That one seems to have been attached. All right. So, we're basically done, but we got one more step.
Oh.
So, while I was at work today, I had Jeanette make a little something for the wreath. Because what's a voodoo doll without pins, right? So, Jeanette made me
Stacy says, super cute.
some very large head voodoo pins that are not pointy on the inside. Don't know how well they're going to go into the dolls. Not very well.
Hi, guys.
I'm going to say you want to angle cut them a little bit. There we go. That ought to work a little better.
So what these are, we were going to use straight pins and change out the heads.
That's really thick felt. It's still not wanting to go in. I don't know what kind of felt they used on this, but there we go. I don't even think I'm going to try to go through the heart.
So I started by painting some little wood beads that I had. And I didn't like that. So I went down to Joanne
How
Fabrics.
did you do that?
What?
Get that down through there.
Magic.
Well, mine won't go in. I'm struggling.
Would you like me to do it for you?
Yes. The struggle is real.
After he told me to stay out of his lives.
Well, had she made the pins out of pins like I asked her to,
For next.
instead of floral pins,
Well, they're floral pins and I just hacked them off.
just put like 1 or 2 in each one. I'm trying to watch how she does this. Put 3 in the black ones.
Okay. Oh, we are, Lori.
We are what?
Just like that. This is the way we are.
Nah, we're just... It's nothing serious.
Tracy,
we're just playing.
I got home after I did this. I go, you know what? I was at Joann's. I should have bought polymer clay.
These are actually wood beads. Hot glue.
These are not wood beads.
Oh,
these are foam off of a pick.
Those are berries off of a pick.
They were off a little Walmart pick berries from last year. But I thought about the polymer clay, and I'm like, I'm not going back out.
I mean, and the orange doesn't quite match the orange in the ribbon, but you know what? That's okay. Oh, we got a really bad fray right there.
We'll have to glue these in.
Oh, I figured at some point we'd have to glue them. Oh, never mind. I don't need to trim that. It just covers it up. There we go. Fixed.
So I need no more? Okay.
So you got a couple more. If you made what I told you to, you have just enough.
Fucking listen. Bianca says it pops.
It does. I was really hoping for a little bit more pop from the ribbon. I mean, you can still see the ribbon, but just peeking out. Well, I guess if I pulled the ribbon tails over a little bit more.
Next time use like 18.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go with longer ribbon tails. Next thing you know, I'll have a whole 10-yard roll
you
in
said
there.
3 on the buck.
Yes. Why are some of my petals the wrong way? What'd you do?
I didn't do nothing.
No, that's not right.
Those are quilter's pins. But yes, the polymer clay I thought about.
Yeah,
like
the polymer.
An hour before the live.
But then again, on short note, you want to go switch camera real quick?
Yep.
Miss Moderator. Then you can come back out and join me if you want to. Or not.
Okay.
So that's it, guys. We are done with our little...
Not little.
Not so little. Voodoo doll wreath.
Dawn says, so cute. Aunt Mo says, a real good job.
Thank you, everybody.
Bianca says it looks great.
Thank you. So, yep, there we go, guys. There's my take on the voodoo flower wreath. I like it.
I know, Dawn. We were looking up tonight right before we went live. I'm like, I wonder if because we'd already thought about doing it, but we're like, has anybody else done it? We've seen a couple, but nothing on a flower wreath.
I had not seen any flower wreaths, and somebody else did a voodoo, totally different, like decorations and stuff. But it was a deco mesh wreath, and it was from September of last year, so it was a year old. And what normally happens when I come up with these ideas, the same day I do them, somebody else does them. It's like they're in my head. They should be afraid.
Really?
All right, guys. So
thanks for coming and hanging out with us.
I'm still fixing petals because
Stacy will be meeting again in about an hour. I don't know if anybody else from the group is on here or not.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining me. And we will see you in the public group Monday night at 8 p.m. Are we still going to do Monday even though it's a holiday? Yeah, we'll be here.
Yeah, I'm off.
Yeah, I'm off work. She's off work. We'll be here.
All right, guys.
Have a good weekend.
Night.
See you Monday.